Hi everyone, my name is Gloria J. York, Master Tarot Reader for over 25 years and spiritual channeler since birth. Also, best-selling author of the #1 bestseller Medical Manslaughter. If you haven't read it, I strongly urge you to do so because it will save your life. Okay, we are going to do a tarot read now around this card, the Fool, because as you know, Wednesday, April 1st, is April Fool's Day. Now the Fool is an adventuresome person, loves to get out, meet new people, pack a small bag, scurry on down the road, and usually is having a lot of fun. But many times the Fool has his head up in the clouds and unfortunately trips and falls. And so we want to make sure that doesn't happen to you. So we're going to do this tarot read, which will be for the sign of Gemini. Yes. And this is for April 1st. Which will carry us all the way through April and maybe into May because time is fluid. It's hard to put a parameter on it. So we'll just take this read as it is and figure out that it'll be good for about 6 weeks. Many reads are good for a couple months, even 6 months. So as I said, it's hard to dictate, but I'm always posting, and so we will keep abreast of things that are happening for you and messages that the spirits are sending for you. Because as I said before I do the reads, I do ask the spirits, the archangels, the angels, the guides, and I ask them to lay out the cards to give me a message specifically for your sign. Now, this is for the sign of Gemini, but it's a general read. And so anyone with Gemini in their sun, moon, rising, or even Venus will be affected by some of the messages that are given, because these messages will touch your heart and maybe even touch your soul. And so let's begin the read and see what Spirit has to say for Gemini. Now, we certainly don't need tarot to tell us that many are quarantined. And we don't need tarot to tell us that many are losing money financially in the stock market. We know that. But we could use tarot, and we do need tarot to maybe enlighten us as to what path we should take now. What should we do now? What could possibly be coming down? And so in looking, I see as we begin initially with the 6 of Cups, Gemini, you're thinking a lot about your childhood days, days that have gone past. The days as they were with your mom and dad when you were a little kid, and maybe your siblings. And so you're giving a lot of thought to that past. And you're also giving a lot of thought to your own children and how they were when they were 3, 4, 5, 6 years old, during those innocent years. And you're thinking about them quite a bit. So all this is going through your mind when you were a child and looking at your children and looking at your grandchildren. And you have been carrying a burden because naturally you're responsible for the family, which is, like I say, what the spirits are accenting here, those that have responsibilities. And you've been carrying this burden, and you want to make sure that your loved ones are going to be taken care of. That is heavily, heavily on your mind. You're not happy about being in quarantine and being a hermit. Not happy about that at all. But it is bringing many benefits to all of us. Time alone is a good thing because we get to know ourselves. And of course, during this time, we should get a closer relationship with our God. So you see, there's benefits here. Now, as I'm looking into the read here, I see naturally money is also very heavily on your mind and in your thoughts. Now, you do have people that love you and respect you, and so that love keeps you going. But you're always used to being the King of Pentacles, the man or the woman who has the money or knows ways to make money, to care for the family and what everybody needs. And people come to you often. People plug into you often, not only your family, but friends and coworkers. And so you always like to have enough money so that you could help anyone who might not have been as astute as you have been in your savings and whatever. And still, my dear friends, you want to travel. You do. You want to go away. You want to take a trip, whether it's in the car or overseas or throughout the United States. You're just itching to go. There's people you want to see, or there's places you want to see. And it bothers you because can't do right now. Can't do. For what you desire peace of mind. You just desire tranquility, people that will love you for what you are, not who you are. And that they'll provide a peaceful environment for you where you can relax and be yourself. You know, many times when we're around relatives, family, many times we have to pretend like we're somebody else. We have to be on guard. We can't even relax with our own. And that's not an enjoyable way to live. In your home, you should be the king and the queen. Whatever you want to do, however you want to set it up for your comfort, it should be that way. Because when you go into your home, that's your safe place. That's your castle. And that jungle outside stays outside. Inside, there should be peace, harmony, and a lot of laughter. We need that laughter. Now, as you're thinking and dwelling on ideas, you are looking for a new idea, and you will present a new idea that is going to make you money. And that is always on your mind. But this new idea that you have will generate extra income to you. And meantime, at home, you have to, and this is even at work, you have to display temperance. In other words, there's going to be issues that are going to come up either at home or work. And there's going to be some arguments and aggravation. And you have to be the one with temperance. You have to be the one that stands in the middle and says, okay, enough is enough. I hear this and I heard that. This is what we're going to do. And settle it. Because the last thing you want is to be around a lot of aggravation and arguments and disagreements. That's not you. because you want to balance the yin and the yang. You need to have that balance because you're a very creative, outgoing person. And only in an area where you can think and get your thoughts together and be around also others that are creative, are you at your best. And of course, we all know Gemini are the master communicators of the universe. And you want to communicate. And so you're probably, that cell phone is probably glued to your hand. And you're doing FaceTime. And you're listening to videos. And you're chatting. And you're tweeting. You're doing it all you can because you need to communicate. You need to have these conversations. And right now, if it can't be person to person, then it's through this technology, and thank God we have it. Because all through the years with the other viruses and flus and black fever and all that plagued our civilization, they didn't have what we have today. They really had to sit in the dark, maybe around a fire, and just think and be alone with their own thoughts. How lonely that must have been. Yeah. But Spirit is telling me that you need to get out and get some fresh air. That's right. Spirit is saying that God is sending you a release. So walk outside and touch the trunk of a tree. Touch the bark. Smell the flowers as you take a walk. They smell heavenly. See the forsythia, the tulips, the crocuses coming up. And soon the lilacs will bloom. Oh, the beautiful scent of the lilacs. When it gets warmer, take your shoes off. Stand in the grass. Feel the earth beneath your feet. All that I just mentioned, Spirit promises, will give you a lift, will fill you with such oxygen and such energy. And more than that, it'll put your mind at rest. It'll put your body at rest. So you won't be so anxious or you won't be frustrated. You won't be agitated. You'll feel peaceful. You'll feel comfortable. And you'll know that what's happening right now soon will pass. Everything will be different 4 weeks from now. You'll see. It'll be different. And eventually, very shortly, businesses will start to crop up again. Entrepreneurs will triple in number. People will start their own businesses, things they wanted to do for years and just haven't done it. But they're finally going to decide that now's the time, and now is the time. So this idea that you have for creating money will make money for you. It's looking very good here. So keep those creative juices flowing and think positive. Every morning when you wake up, say something positive. Like, I am abundantly happy, abundantly healthy, and abundantly wealthy. And say your prayers and thank God for all that you have. Be grateful. And that's the best way to start your day. And everything in that day will just fall into place. Yes, there's challenges. We're facing them right now. Some are more severe than others. But we can handle this. We can do this. And how can we do it? By the use of our mind. That's right. Our thoughts are tremendously powerful, as is our words. And just know that every word that comes out of your mouth is so important. Watch what you say. Watch how you say it. Because if you're strong, and if they're insulting, they will come out like swords and hit that person's heart. And no, I'm sorry will turn it around. I'm sorry, I'm sorry. Those words almost mean nothing. So watch what you say and how you say it. Everybody is kind of tense, kind of anxious. This is a whole new way of life that no one is used to. And so let's be thoughtful. Let's think positive. Let's smile more. And know that soon our life will be back to something called normal. Will it ever be exactly the same? No, I don't think so. I think through this that we're all experiencing, we're all going to change. We're all going to be different when it's all over with. And hopefully be a better person. And hopefully a lot of evil will die right along with the bacteria. And so financially, talk with advisors, talk with your friends and neighbors. Look at that stock market. If you have not lost almost everything and have money to invest, then yes, take a look and see what stock might rise up when everything finally clears the air. Maybe before it was way too high and you couldn't get on board. You missed the boat. But now maybe you have a second chance. So take a look. That might bring you some financial gain to cover up for the deficit. Get outside, get with nature, think positive, keep that creative juices flowing. Communicate the best you can via the vehicles we have, and you'll be happy and you'll be safe, Gemini. I hope you enjoyed this read, and if you have, please click on like, share it with your friends and family and colleagues, and do subscribe. Click that bell, because that will let you know whenever I do post, and I will be posting often. Scroll all the way down to the bottom. Join the contest. Put a comment in there about the video and leave your name and email. And you may win a 35-minute personal read with myself. And then all the cards that are laid out will be just for you, not for everyone else. Earlier this morning, I posted a bonus message because the last few days I have had intensive conversations with Jesus. Not only about the tarot, but I did ask why. Why the coronavirus? And he answered me. So I posted a video to tell you about our conversation, and I think you will find it most enlightening. Please take a listen on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much. God bless you, and stay safe.